राहत ये दिल पाए वो मस्कन है खिलाफत का जहाँ राहत ये दिल पाए.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome to This Week with Huzoor. Hazrat Khalifatul Masih, may Allah be his helper, spent approximately an hour with Indonesia's Waqfenou last Saturday. Here at MTA International, it is our honour to present selected highlights from this virtual event.
Hazrat Khalifatul Masih V, may Allah be his helper, held a virtual online meeting with 50 male members of the Waqfenou scheme from Indonesia on Saturday. The event started with a recitation of the Holy Quran, followed by translation and a poem. Presentations followed, the first being on the role of Waqfenou in Jamaat Ahmadiyya, Indonesia.
Jamaat Ahmadiyya Indonesia itself has several programs and strategies to expedite the progress of Tabligh Ilallah. Starting January 2021, a new Jami'ah building and a new MTS studio is being built in Markas. Furthermore, there will also be a new hospital initiated by Humanity Force. By all means, every Waqfini now should support those initiatives and projects, as mentioned by Hazrat Khalifatul Masih Ayyadallah bin Nasril Aziz on Friday sermon 28 October 2016.
Later, a report on the Waqfenou scheme and a video presentation followed.
Indahnya alam ranah Minang.
Tasikmalaya Indonesia.
We are Waqfenou Serang Banten. We are Waqfenou Indonesia.
Jabar 5 Indonesia.
I would like to say
I love Huzoor.
May Allah Ta'ala always bless you.
You are the best.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Huzoor might be able to visit Indonesia.
May Allah strengthen Huzoor with His mighty help. Amin.
वो मस्कन है खिलाफत का.
The final part of the program was devoted to a series of questions and answers.
Would Huzoor like to give us blessed guidance on how to maintain the bond of marriage, especially for newly married couple?
Acha, mashallah. So, your physique shows your wife cooks very good food. Eh? So, whenever she gives you good food, then you should praise her, right?
Yes, Huzoor.
Always think that you have to set example before her. And always think that if the relation between husband and wife are not good, then your children will also suffer. And in this way, you will be destroying the future of the new Ahmadi generation. Right? So, the best way is that the man or the husband should set his good examples in the house and always be polite and kind to your wife and children. Right? And then if you behave like this, then there will not be any trouble in your house.
As you might already know, the impact of climate change has been felt throughout the world, and it's getting severe more than ever. So my question is, what is your opinion regarding the current situation of the climate change, and how should we try to address the issue?
You see, this climate change problem is the issue everywhere, all across the world. And especially in the third world countries, where the population is increasing in numbers without any proportion. Just to accommodate this population, you are increasing your residential areas. And because of increasing the residential areas, you are cutting the forest. So this deforestation is also causing climate change. So Whenever you cut any tree, you should plant 2 trees to replace that tree. And whenever your population is increasing, you should also increase in that area where there is already some clear area, not that you do deforestation. And apart from that, fuel consumption should also be reduced. Now we have become so lazy that if we want to go from one place to the other place and the distance is only 100 yards or 200 yards, instead of walking to the place, we shall take our motorbike or the car to go to that place, right? And in this way also you are polluting the atmosphere. And there are so many other factors which are causing pollution and climate change. Although we cannot say that because of the fear of climate change we should not produce children or do family planning. No, but at the same time we should plan in such a way that the forest should not be cut without any proportion. If you cut 1 tree, you plant 2 trees. Start new developments, residential developments in those areas which are near to the town and the big villages, so that the forests are not disturbed. And at the same time, use less such type of vehicles which are being run by fuels and making pollution in the atmosphere. And apart from that, if God wishes that He has to reduce the population of this world, then the law of nature will also work. So, if you are using motorbike, don't use it too much. If you are using car, don't use it too much. It would be better if you walk even up to 1 mile distance. Doesn't matter, right? And also Khudamul Ahmadiyya and Waqfenou Indonesia should start a scheme for the plantation of the trees in the forests and in different areas, right? And in Indonesia also, because of the climate change, the level of the sea is increasing. And Jakarta is now sinking. There are quite a number of places where your buildings even are sinking. And it is said that after some time, after a few years, you would not be able to see Jakarta on the face of the earth, right? It is not only because Indonesian people are not vigilant with regards to take measures for the betterment of the climate. You see, it's a global issue. So in the North Pole, South Pole, everywhere it is happening. We can also pray and also try our best to reduce this climate change, right?
Assalamualaikum, beloved Huzoor.
Alaykum salam.
My name is Manzoor Danish Ahmad. From some documentaries, I learned that prior Khilafat, Huzoor was a person that doesn't like to be the center of attention. So my question is, how did Huzoor manage to adapt the change after becoming Khalifa?
I don't know myself. It is Allah who has changed me, right? That's enough.